Hey guys, this is Mel of RTC1. I'm going to show you what high-level gameplay looks like for the Adamanterrapin Terror Event. This right here is a level 144 Knight with the exact cards you need to get in the highest rankings. I currently have 114 Adamanterrapin under my belt, but I'm planning on going for at least a 1 through 500 marking. Whether I get 1, I don't think I'm going to get that far because I'm not spending as much time as the people that are. The people that are number 1 spot are around the 200 marking of boss defeats. I'm only at 114, so I'm just going to show you what this high-level gameplay looks like and surviving through the match with these cards. One thing, I'm letting it go into auto only because I don't want to focus on doing every single little action. Only at points where I'll need to focus on the action, such as when my health is really low, or I'm not getting the orbs that I need in order to survive, that's when I'll start focusing on it. Hopefully, and luckily, most of the time, you do get the orbs that you need, and you're able to just get through the fight with these cards that I showed you in my deck. Sometimes there's once in a blue moon where you don't ever get the healing cards that you need, and that's just wasted stamina. It happens, you just go back into the battle and hope for the better next time. So if you want to survive through this event and get really high in the rankings, I would suggest using Ares, the 2 Poo-Poo cards, and Hades with the Knight card. There are other ways you can do this as well, getting into the high rankings, but this is one of the easiest ways. I've seen some people kind of switch out one of the Poo-Poos for the Fat Chocobo, or other means to mitigate the damage. But this right here is the best, most effective way that I've found. Obviously, there are people that use little tricks and tips of the trade that they don't try to share with other people, that whether they probably take off the auto and they do a certain thing every so often, I'm not too sure. For this is what's been working for me, and I've been able to get through 99% of the battles. The 1% of the times where I say the orb doesn't come my way, or it just doesn't work in my favor. It happens. My battle score for this has gone all the way up to about 950,000. Have not yet broken the 1 million mark, but I've been so close. 965,000 I think is the highest I've gotten. Hopefully it would break it this time. We'll see if it does. Most likely not. Just because at this point my character is high enough level where it's not getting the score. However, there is a chance where things just go perfectly and all my way and my score just boosts up super quickly in the battle. It happens. Otherwise, if you want to get to 1 million score or higher, you don't even have to use this event. You can go to the Dry Sand Pit and use a lot of ultimates there and make sure your character's right at the cusp of getting that high score range. There's a lot of tutorial videos on getting over 1 million battle score. I don't have one in particularly, but I've seen some. That's just one method. For the Adamanterrapin Terror Event, there is a specific battle score that only works for the event, and that's in the case of multiple people having the same boss defeats. The one with the highest battle score will be higher in the ranking. So as long as you're moving up in boss battles and how many you defeat, you're not going to have to worry about that battle score too much. But if it comes to the end of the event and you're on that, like, between 999 and 1001, and you have the same amount of bosses as the other person, you want the battle score that is the higher one, the 1 million, or the 1.5, or 1.5 million would be ridiculous, but around that score. Okay, so he used his orbs. Let's just make sure that he gets some support orbs. Okay, he's getting some support orbs back, so don't have to worry about that too much. It's in the case where he doesn't get any back that I start to have to worry, because the Adamanterrapin is just about to come up. So I want to make sure that that Hades card is working all the time, and that I have the health coming my way. Hopefully he gets another support orb really soon, because this is going to be some damage coming my way. Obviously, having the Earth shield up from the Earth Poo-Poo is helping a lot, gathering in those Earth orbs. There we go. He's getting his health back now, so don't have to worry about it again. Like I said, it's just going, and the Adamanterrapin is still going to be really strong. There are going to be times where he gets off multiple attacks, multiple Stone Ages, or multiple big impacts before you're able to break him. That happens every so often. Most of the time, you'll be okay. Also, Echo will sometimes pull off a tricky healing gift once in a blue moon, and that's always fantastic too. In either of those cases, you know, you're pretty safe. But there is going to be a chance that, you know, he's able to destroy you. And that's just a chance you're willing to take, you know, going into these battles, using the stamina, and coming back to it time and time again, and being a glutton for punishment, because that's how this event works, you know, going back into it over and over, and just hoping for the best, you know, RNG, the random numbers, how it comes together, hoping for the best one. And in this case, it looks like I've got all my health back now. I was able to use my ultimate, and yeah, and he's going to keep getting stronger as the battle wears on. He's going to use Brave more, he's going to use Barrier more, and he's going to use Big Impact more. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles. I mean, I don't know what more to say to this. I'm at 840,000 now, and it already looks like my battle score is starting to slip a little bit. And that's about the point where the battle score starts to slow down. It's probably going to get to about 900,000, 950,000, unless some miracle happens, which probably won't be the case in this one. But like I said, it's just how it happens. And I was able to break him before he big impacted, and that's what you want to happen. And whether you get more damage on whether he's down or not isn't so much of a big deal as surviving. Surviving is a key component to making sure that this battle stays going. This is all high-level gameplay. If you don't have the money or the means or the time to put into your character to get to this, I would say try looking for a ranking between the 1,000 mark and I think it's 5,000 mark or something like that. Don't try to push too hard for this, because unless you're doing this with the money and the means and the time, or all three, whichever you're gonna do, it's not worth it to get to this point, this boss battle point, because all kinds of people are doing this, are trying to get here, and you're just gonna have to spend more and more time on it. So only if you're willing to spend that time. Otherwise, you know, move on and do the Shrine of Trials, or work your way through the Chaos Vortex if you still need to. That's just my suggestion. I'm gonna go for it only because I do have the time, and I can just put my phone to the side on what I do for a living. So I can just have this going on the side without having to worry about it. If it doesn't work out in my favor, it doesn't work out in my favor. If it does, wonderful, I move on to the next Adamanterrapin. Woo! That damage. There we go. He's able to use another break, get that damage down. It looks like this one is going to go in my favor. As you get closer and closer with a smaller amount of health, it's less and less likely that he's going to kill you in the amount of time he has to get it done. Other than that, there is still a chance. So I've had it where I've had the Adamanterrapin down to this much health, and all of a sudden my support orbs were at empty, and I had nothing, and no way to heal myself, and he did like 2 big impact and a couple Stone Ages, and I was getting like not the orbs that I needed in order to survive it. So it happens. It happens. We're almost there, right on the cusp of it. I'll just let it play through to the end, and once I do, I'll get the battle results, and you'll be able to check that out. It looks like it's about to finish. This has been Malavar TC1. I hope you like and subscribe and check out more of my videos. I have a new giveaway video for September coming up. It's called the top 5 characters that should be jobs. So if you're hoping for a character from Final Fantasy series to become a costume or a job, you might want to check out my thoughts on which ones would be the best ones, and enter into the giveaway there. There's instructions in that video. I'll put a link for that video in the description below. And yeah, this has been Malavar TC1, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm signing off.